Pouting doesn't change anything. It's when you get up and you say, this is what we have. Y'all ever heard that term? We all we got. Man, y'all don't understand something. Freddie, I'm telling you, Freddie, you said this too. You'd have that defense on fire. I'm telling you as a head coach, man, I had that team running through a brick wall. Boy, I had that team so fired up, man, wouldn't nobody want to see us. Man, I turned this whole team against the media, the opponents, and even Jerry Jones in a good way, not a bad way, not to where they disrespecting the man. I tell them, man, we all we got. Our owner has said, this is all we getting. So we better do something with what we have in this room, or we go home and do nothing. Man, we all we got. The only way we win in this game is that every single man in this room, all the way down to the ball boy, boy, we're gonna have to do the best we can. We're gonna have to do the best we can. We're gonna have some people today and for the rest of this season. We're gonna be calling on you to do some things that you never thought you were gonna be doing. You're going to be playing in this game. If you're in this room right now, you better get ready. You better be ready to be called at a moment's notice for a play. We're using everything we got. It's us against the owner. It's us against the media. And that team that we're about to play today, we got to take it all out on them. We're going to take this out on the team we're playing today. The man that's standing across from you, you better let him know you played today. They might beat us, but they're not going to beat us. We giving it all we got. Man, you got to do this. Spider-Man says, I go back to what was said about Don Shula. He could take his and beat yours and take yours and beat his. That's it. That's it. Coaching, baby. That's it. You either have playmakers or you get it together and you play like a team. That's it. We all we got. Every man in this room. Every man, every woman. I'm talking about down to the girls who squirting water in the mouth of the men. Everybody. Boy, we giving it all we got. We giving it all we got. We leaving it on the field today. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling them, Kay. Us versus everybody. Us versus everybody. I'm telling them. You gotta start telling folk, man. It's like Freddie been talking about the last few times he's been on here. Motivation. It's not just about motivating men and women. But motivation is also pointing out to men and women everything you need to succeed. It's inside of you. It's inside of you. What does your heart look like? What do you do when the odds are against you? What do you do when everybody say you can't do it? Do you believe them? Or do you make it your business to prove everybody wrong who say that you can't do it? What do you do? Some folks, they only want to do something when the chips are up, but what do you do when the chips are down? I tell them, don't nobody get to talk about nobody in this locker room. Nobody. Your own mama better not talk about nobody in this locker room. Your mama talk about somebody in this locker room. And everybody in this locker room, they going against your mama. Not saying we're going to beat your mama up. I'm not saying we're going to disrespect your mama. But we're going to tell everybody your mama wrong. And we're going to tell you, talk to your mama. You let your mama understand something. She don't get to talk about nobody in this locker room. We one for all and all for one. We win together, we lose together. We live together, we die together. I'm telling y'all, You got to learn. We got to learn, man. Like, I understand something that Freddie is saying. Because what good leaders do, they point out to people what they're capable of. They tell them when they're falling short. You're too good for this. You're too good for this. No, you can do exactly what I'm asking you to do. No, I don't. No, yes, you can. Yes, you can do it. And you're going to do it. And we're going to put you in position to do it. And when we call on you to do it, you're going to do it, and you're going to succeed, and we're going to succeed. You got to tell people. You got to tell them. Freddie says, I just wish I could talk to players before this game. I promise you they will come out foaming at the mouth. Man, me too, man, I'm telling you. Mike McCarthy got everything he need. Y'all hear how they been talking about us? We got past players who not even on this team no more, talking about they feel better losing than winning. I be calling them by name. Tony Pollard said he 1-6, and he feel better being 1-6 than 12-5. What? We don't want men like that on this team. We don't want men who can't embrace the situation, can't embrace the attention, don't have pride in being a Dallas Cowboy. We don't want men like that on this team. I don't care if you're making $1 or $1 million. We here to win. Spider-Man says that speech you just made, I just taped my ankles again. I'm telling Spider-Man. I'm telling them. I'm telling them. We winning this game. I'd have won the last game. I'd have told them, Detroit not coming up in here. They might beat us in Detroit, but they will not beat us in Dallas. We will not disappoint these fans. We will not have 4 losses in a row home. We're not going to do it. They'll tell them needs to keep each other motivated on the field. Dap each other up after play good or bad. I'm like Dak Prescott, next play. Made a mistake, next play. Next play, we didn't do it on the last one. We're going to get it on this one. Next play. You got to talk to people situationally. Hey, guys, it's 3rd and 3. We need this. We need this. Let's get this. Let's put our offense on the field. Let's get off this field. We're going to make this stop. I promise you we're going to make this stop. Man, we got to do it. We got to do it because there's no reinforcements coming. We all we got. Jerry done told us. Let's make the media look bad. Everybody keeps saying we're not going to win more than 6 games. We're going to double that. We're going to win 12 games. Nobody gets to dictate what we do. Nobody gets to tell us we can't win. We gotta tell folk. We gotta tell the team. Because right now, what I see in this locker room, I see every man for himself. And that's why I'm disappointed in C.D. Lamb when they asked him, do you think that that these people coming by the tours are a distraction? He said, sometime that's all I'm going to say. I wish I'd have been Dak Prescott. His locker next to mine, I'd have been all in his face. Why you tell them that? Why did you just tell them sometimes? You weren't saying that when you signed that $30 million deal, that $31 million, you weren't saying that then. I don't see you saying it's a distraction when you catching touchdowns. I don't see you saying it's a distraction when everyone's cheering for you. I'd have told him. We can disagree in this locker room when nobody else is around. But the one thing we will not do here, we will not disagree in the media. We got enough attention coming to us, and we don't need them coming to us talking about Dak Prescott said this and CD said that, because I'm going to let you know up front. You go out there speaking that nonsense in the media, and I'm going to destroy you when they ask me the question. And that's exactly what Dak Prescott did. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to reveal to them your heart is the one that's terrible. Your heart, you have the bad mentality. You don't get distracted when there's 80,000 people out there, but you're distracted when 2 people knock on the window. Shame on you. I'd have told CD, I'd have tell you this. He'd have had to bring his boys on me. Because I'd have told him, you ain't talking like that no more around here. I better not hear you open your mouth to say anything to disparage this team, this owner, or this locker room. You let them folk out there do that, but there'll be nobody in here doing that. Man, people don't understand something. Jerry Jones is our owner. If I'm on that team, he a terrible GM. But I bet not hear you tell nobody that. I bet not hear you tell one person Jerry Jones is a terrible owner. I bet not hear you say it. If I do, mean you're going to have problems. You think you getting no passes now? I'll throw you out. I'll throw it out. I'll throw it to the crowd before I throw it to you. Man, I'm telling you, man, these people couldn't play. They couldn't play with me. They could not play with me. I don't play that kind of stuff. CD, it wasn't a distraction when you were breaking team records last year. Niecy, they couldn't play with me. They couldn't play with me. I would be all on these folk. Don't you dare do anything to feed the media from this locker room. You let them folk out there do the talking, but there ain't gonna be no talking in here. We all for one, we one for all and all for one. Oh, and by the way, if Troy Aikman says something, Michael Irvin says something, Emmitt Smith, any of those Super Bowl winners, you take it as constructive criticism, and don't you dare go tell nobody what they said bothered you. You tell them it motivated you. You tell them that they know what they're talking about. They have credibility. They got skins on the wall. They won championships. We're going to get where they have been. Those are brothers too. No. We're not doing any down talking of anybody on this team. Get mad, get glad. I don't care what it is. We are a team. This entire franchise. Yep, we know. We know Jerry Jones. We don't always agree with him. He owns the team. He's paid us. He's taking care of us in ways people don't understand. He's doing these things for us. He's also paying us to do a job. We know who he is. But he's paying us the job. He's paying us to do a job because he's saying, I know who you are. Go out there and win the game. I tell him, shut up. I'm not having none of this nonsense. Dak Prescott needed me to write him a speech. He nuked him. He did a good job. He did a good job because he's doing exactly what he needs to do. But behind them closed doors, boy, I'd be even more on them. I'd be even more on them. Not playing this stuff with you, CD. You're a $30 million man, and you talking about distractions. I bet you when you cash that check, it's not a distraction. I bet you when he cashed that check, he ain't talking about it's a distraction. Man, miss me with this stuff.